Siloam Yisraela. Don't you know that if you stop being so distracted, you could create a whole new world for yourself? You could walk hand in hand with the Most High and become a co-creator in a whole new world for yourself? If you took all that time that you gave to your distractions, with paying attention to everything that's going on in this world, if you took all that time and poured it into yourself, if you took all that love that you've been giving to everybody else, you empath, if you took all that love and attention that you've been giving to everybody else and you poured that back into yourself, what kind of impact do you think that will have on your life? Because I'm sure you believe that you love a lot, don't you? I'm sure you believe that you're a kind-hearted person. So you got a lot of love to give. Well, have you ever thought to give that love to yourself? All that attention, all those beautiful notes that you write to other people when you fall for them. You ever done that for yourself? Because on this journey of rising, it is a necessary part of that ascension process that you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you'll never rise. It'll never happen for you. You'll miss it. See, because the Most High's name is I Am. And if his name is I Am, and you're saying words like I am stupid, I am dumb, I don't do things right, I am in a fucked up situation. If you use words like that, then guess what? You're going to have a bad turnout in your life. You're going to have bad results in your life because you're using the Most High's name in vain, which means lies, vanities. You're using his name in vanities, things that don't profit anything. Like saying, I am stupid. That doesn't profit you anything. See, you all thought that this thing called ascension was difficult or hard. It's when you see what you're doing to yourself. That's when you know. That's when you see it. When you see what you've done to your own inner child. Not other people, not what you've done to others, not what you've said to others. It's what you've done to your own inner child. How much you've neglected your own inner child within yourself. All the times you didn't stick up for yourself, that child. All the time you let people take advantage of that child inside of you. All the times you just looked the other way and never said, I'm sorry to that child within yourself, to yourself. You never apologized to yourself. You never sought forgiveness from yourself. A lot of Christians will hear that and it shake their whole world up. Forgiveness from myself. Yes. Because how can you do the second golden rule? Loving your neighbor as yourself. How can you love your neighbor as yourself if you don't love yourself, my brother, my sister? Isn't it simple? Isn't it simple where even a child could understand? It's not hard to understand these things. That it's about loving yourself. Because like I said, we've all hurt ourselves. We've all let ourselves down. There were so many times we should have stuck up for ourselves and spoke up and we didn't do it. And we suffered because of that. Being lukewarm, not being able to make decisions, being indecisive. Because we thought that was being meek and lowly. Meek means obedient. Has nothing to do with just putting your head down every time somebody disrespects you. It's not what it means. See, these are lies that we were taught by our enemies. So that's why you don't listen to your enemy. You don't go to your enemies to learn anything of value from them other than how to defeat them. But see, our weapon is love. That's what we fight with because that's what gives life. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I want some more life. Don't y'all want more life? Don't y'all want life more abundantly? Because Yahushua said he came to give us that thing. And I have found it to be true. I am a witness to it. I have found it to be true. That when I set my mind on the things that I truly desire, they come into my life. Now, see, I don't worry about how and when they come into my life. That's not my job. That's the Most High Father's job. Abba Yah. He figures out the how and the when. But the what and the why, that's my job. I say, Abba Yah, this is what I want and this is why I want it. And if it be fitting in your will, let it be so. And I imagine it and I feel it and I think about it feelingly. And once I felt the feeling and had that 4D orgasm, then I let it go. And see, when you spend your time doing this, then you don't have time for distractions. You don't have time for riots and shit blowing up and niggas getting shot with rubber bullets. I'm watching this shit today. They can't even get their story straight, guys. It's so pathetic. My brother brought to my attention in the video with the man with his the cop on his neck, how the police cruiser there on license plate says police. Now, come on, guys. You see, and he also pointed out that in the trash can on that same footage got a 6 on fire on it, a number 6 on fire on it. I mean, it's clear that these things are ceremonies, guys. And you're getting distracted with that when you need to be giving that energy to yourself right now, because believe me, you're going to need it in the days to come. Believe you me. Because this party ain't going to last forever, guys. It's already over with. You don't shut down the amount of things that have been shut down for as long as they've been shut down, and you think it's just going to recover like a light switch. You're going to turn it back on. Did you know there's literally no trucking going on? You look at Craigslist, you see all the truckers just selling their trucks because there's literally no trucking anymore. And you think everything's going to go back to normal. It shows how distracted you are. So you need to be stacking your treasures up in heaven, because that's the only thing that's going to sustain us in these days is the treasures in heaven. The right thinking mind. That's where heaven is. The right thinking mind. I am blessed. I am wonderfully made. I am magnificent. I am wise. I am trustworthy. I am honest. I am honorable. I am thoughtful. I am kind. I am patient. I am long-suffering. Fill your mind with those thoughts. Think on these things, Yisrael, because they will sustain your life. If you speak these words to a simple plant, it will grow and flourish. So do you see the power of the word? Do you see the power of how we can use that breath to heal? We can use that breath to give life instead of giving hatred, tearing each other down, talking about how much we hate each other. Isn't it time that we build each other up with our breath? I love you with truth. I'm there for you. I got your back. My brother, my sister, I got you. I love you. I'm there for you. And really, you're doing it in truth. Because that's what we need. See, because when you do that, the thing can't die. It's that simple. If you say to the plant, I hate you, you're stupid, I hate the way you look, you don't grow right, he won't grow right. And you'll think he's ugly. He's going to appear ugly to you. But if you say you're the most beautiful plant I've ever seen, and thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for looking so beautiful and giving me all this clean air in my house, he'll grow and flourish. So if we did that to our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, our fathers, our uncles, our sons, if we did that to each other, and the things that our hearts are crying out for, if we didn't hinder each other from those things, but we allowed each other to have those things, then we would have restoration and healing, and we would never die. Because that vibration of freedom that we would feel as a nation, that vibration of oneness, of unity, of love, would save us in the most terrible of storms. Because the Most High Yah is love, my family. And He is a shelter in the time of a storm. And us true believers, tell me that's not the truth. Tell me there ain't times you've been in a hell of a storm, don't know how you was going to get out of it, but He came through. Because He's come through for me in times when I couldn't find a way out myself. But remember, I don't worry about the how and the when. I just say the what and the why, and I leave the rest in his hands. And he always comes through for me. So Yisrael, focus on those things tonight. And focus on those things when you wake up in the morning. I am love. Say it before you get up out the bed. As soon as you open your eyes and you feel that little sick pit in your stomach feeling for all the bullshit you're about to face, ignore that shit. Ignore that. That doesn't exist. It's not real. What exists is I am loved. I am in the most beautiful place I ever could imagine. Thank you, Abba. I am right exactly where I want to be. I am right in my perfect state. Thank you, Father, for that. I am right at perfect health. I am 100% healthy. I am wonderful and blissfully married to a beautiful spouse. Thank you for that, Abba. I live in a beautiful, beautiful home that fits me perfectly and provides the needs of all of my family. Thank you, Abba, for that. I have my family that I love around me. My children come running to me in the morning. I hear their feet coming on the floor. I get happy, Abba. Thank you for that. If you're talking like that, you can't lose. You can't die. Because he who hath much shall be given much. Much gratitude, guys. He who has much gratitude shall be given more. But he who hath not gratitude, even what he seemed to have, will be taken from him. So let's get our minds right, Yisrael. Come back under the banner of truth and love, Yahudah. Y'all hear me? Kom Yisrael. Silawam Yisrael. Silawam.